Dutton Ranch gave us another fantastic episode before the season finale, and honestly I think things are going to get absolutely crazy in episode 9. What is Waqen's plan against Rob Will? How will Rip and Beth use the secret information they just learned? Let's first take a look at the biggest moments from episode 8, and then we'll talk about what we could see in the season finale. One of the biggest developments in episode 8 was that Bula survived her heart attack. And I have to say, I was genuinely surprised by how quickly Bula recovered. Honestly, it almost feels like staying in the hospital worked out in her favor, because Everett finally returned Bula's feelings and told her that he wanted to leave all of this behind and spend the rest of his life with her. And we got to watch these two lovers begin their second chance at love. It was honestly incredibly romantic. But of course, it wouldn't be right to say that everything is going well, because we saw that Waqen is still angry with Bula for leaving the ranch to Rob Will. And now that Rob Will is the one in power, we saw him making much more confident moves. And the most shocking part is that Bula has absolutely no intention of changing her decision, because she genuinely seems to believe Rob Will's threat and she may no longer have the strength to stand up to him. She also admitted that the only people she truly trusts in this situation are Beth and Rip. But of course, Bula still has the trust because she has no idea what Beth and Rip are planning. And once everything starts heating up, I can definitely see Bula, who is now completely focused on Everett, ending up in a very difficult situation. The other major part of the episode focused on how much Carter's heartbreak has been affecting him. And honestly, I don't really like Carter's place in the story. Yes, his feelings weren't returned, but that's not a good enough reason to hurt everyone around you. At this point, I think Carter is getting way too much attention. If Beth and Rip really want Carter to finally grow up, then they need to start treating him like an adult. Because Carter has become incredibly spoiled thanks to the endless support he's been getting from Beth and Rip. When Rip gives you a chance to pursue your dream job of becoming a cowboy, you have to take that opportunity seriously. The fact that Carter gives up the moment things get difficult makes it seem like he was using becoming a cowboy as nothing more than an excuse. But once Carter matures a little more and realizes that Rip and Beth are not his enemies, I'm sure he'll finally start taking cowboying seriously, and hopefully we'll get to see that happen soon. Now, let's get to the most important part of the episode. I know having them killed might sound a little extreme, but in the trailer we see Everett and Rip grabbing their guns and getting into a shootout, and that could mean that someone is coming after Bula. I also think Waqen is going to ask Rip for help, and he'll probably ask where Wes's body is because he wants to take it to the sheriff. And I think we could see Rip agreeing to that plan because it would be a perfect opportunity to finally get rid of the 10-petal ranch. Once they show the body, the sheriff will probably have no choice but to arrest Rob Will, and that would finally free Beth and Rip from him. But if Rob Will isn't arrested and he realizes that they have come after him, then we could also see him launch a completely reckless counterattack, which would raise the action in this show to a whole new level. I also think Beth and Rip are going to do everything they can to stop Bula from selling her cattle. They now know exactly how the 10-petal ranch operates, and I'm sure they won't want to let them make another dollar. And since Beth and Rip are now the only people can truly rely on, they might even start threatening her. And at that point, we could see Bula becoming completely desperate. Of course, I think that since the show has already been renewed for season 2, Bula is going to make a move of her own, and that move could target Beth and Rip's past. Bula has probably figured out the mystery of the train station, and she could threaten Beth and Rip by saying she'll expose the truth if they come after her. And at that point, we might see both sides holding powerful cards that neither of them can actually play. Alright, now it's your turn. What do you think we're going to see in episode 9? What do you think Beth, Rip and Waqen's plan is? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest